Hi. Oh, you know why I posted that Ohio? You know how mm, you know how I tell you Freddie, he's from Ohio? Yeah. So my question is, boss, that say if can anybody around close to here like activate like Bluetooth to their stuff or and listen to stuff like that? Because how do you block Bluetooth from the neighbor? Yeah, that's my question. Because so you know how we were set up to move here, and then my daughter got sick, but she was getting better because uh, I was taking care of her, but she's dead now. Um, what was I say? Because my neighbor across Star, she's jealous. She's jealous, lady. But when I was doing this business thing with the last name Young, I can't think of her name, but that's not her original last name. But she went to high school with my daughter, and there was another lady. Oh, what's her name? She's a she was I can't be talking about. Mm, there's like so many things I want to just blur out, but let's just stay focused with the neighbor. So Star, she came to one of our meeting. Um, she just pretend like she likes me, but she's just a jealous. Cause when I went over there, she would drink tea and stuff, and she tried to give me um give me drinking shit, but I didn't drink nothing from her house. Um, cause I drink coffee and she don't drink none of that. She just drink tea and shit. So we were never friends and stuff. But when my daughter died, her and her husband just showed up in front of our door, and they were talking hella shit. Like her husband had COVID and shit like that, and stuff like that. So they gave us like a gift card with $100 bill, and my my husband was collecting it. He collect everything, the money and shit. And then I'm gonna gossip about my neighbor because I have nothing else to do. Because I can. I pay tax this property, so I can talk about everybody that lives around me. Because I'm an American, I can do that. So anyhow, her mother, or or she said her parents, they own a house here, and her daughter used to go to high school with my daughter, but they were never friends. She was always jealous of my daughter. Um, I believe her husband, he's, I don't know where he's from, but he coaches at he was coaching at the Hurricane High School, the basketball team. God, I recognized the family. I recognized them when my daughter was coaching the rugby team, And I used to go help my daughter like sell food and stuff. Oh, Coach Ha. Coach Ha, I think. There was this lady. She's a math teacher. I don't know how she. Nobody here knows anything about budgeting or anything because she taught at the Hurricane High School and they call her Coach Ha or something. Well, her and uh, that lady Young, she went to high school with my daughter. That's her husband's last name, Young. Anyhow, and I was like, when I was working at the assisted living home up here, up the street from here, I still wanted to do other things. I like to get involved with shit. So, how did I run into her? Oh, oh, oh. She reached out to me and she told me about this business. I can't think of the name. But anyhow, it's life something. Life life something. It was all my shit was on my social media, like on my original social media, Facebook and Instagram. But that shit got deactivated. But they were on. Um, I share my stuff there. This business thing, and then we had a meeting here one time, and she came over, and she's very friendly with Coach Han. They're local. They're they're just jealous of me and my kids. And my daughter was very successful with the rugby team and stuff. And anyhow, she, this the lady Young, she was trying to sell this product to my daughter, and she didn't want nothing to do with that. But she reached out to me, and it sound good, like it's very interesting. So I joined and stuff, and then we had a meeting over here, and Star came over. Her husband didn't come. I don't know why. They're probably set up and shit. I'll get back to that. But let's just stay focused with this. And then Q was like support me with it. And then he was really good going knocking on doors and telling people and stuff. Um and Eric, the guy he was dating my neighbor, Elisa, my neighbor, right next door to me, townhouse. He came over and he signed up. He signed up for it, but I thought he did. I don't know. I'm sure he did because when I had the app and stuff, his name was on my what you gonna call it on my account. He signed up for it. It's just for a membership, but he doesn't live here anymore. He took off. He left his girlfriend because he always his girlfriend was looking for a babysitter because she was I don't know how she got her CNA. No, she's a nurse. I don't know how she got a nurse because she just date random people. Anyhow, this guy Eric, he was in the army or something. He's a good looking kid, white kid. He said he's from Kentucky, something like that. But that's how I met Eric. I met Eric through my husband. He would come over to the house, and then he would come over and talk to my son Quando, and he would like I would I would like clean my house and stuff, and I would like See him outside my backyard with his dog. He had a black dog. And I just pretend I don't see him. But I was surprised to see him back there behind my house while I was cleaning and stuff. He would walk his dog over there all the time. Um, but my husband was acquainted with him and also my son. So he would watch his daughter while she worked and shit. But I really, but Eric, he was a nice kid. He just looked like he was in the army. And you know how in the army they gas people out and shit because the government corruption and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe he got smart and left her because he probably want more in life than settle down and just watch child. So he went to this well, I don't know after that. Then he left. He just disappeared. And then Alisa, my neighbor, she was weird. She was like trying to talk to my daughter, but my daughter knows fake when she sniff one. So she just plays stupid with her. But I babysit her daughter one time um, while she went out with a guy. She says she met him on dating app. So I babysit her daughter for like 4 hours. She paid me $50 and she sent it through Cash App for babysitting her daughter. And then she was always like, oh, she was telling me her business. Like, I like big, buff guys and shit. But I really don't give a fuck. Who cares? I don't really care. Just give me my money and take your daughter home. But so when I was babysitting her daughter, she was so happy, bubbling. She was singing. I recorded it, and I texted to her. So that's what I do. I just text like, "This is what your daughter's doing. She's having fun. She's playing. She's singing and stuff." So well, anyhow, I texted to her, and then she got dropped off. Her date. He drove a truck, a big truck, and her date dropped her off. And then so we got acquainted and shit. And then that's when Eric left her. And so she was just looking for another guy, I guess. I don't know. So anyhow, but I remember when Eric was here, was with her, living with her, um, we had like a little gathering outside with Hank and my daughter, Issa, and my other daughter, my oldest daughter, and I. We were just outside. I was drinking my own whiskey. I didn't take none of their shit. And Eric would be there sitting and had his dog. It was just a neighborly gathering and shit. So, because I'm an old lady, I came in the house and they were all outside. I don't know what time my girls came in the house. So, but when Eric left, she said something to me that like was weird. She was like, I know you're gonna see Eric again. And I was like, what? What the fuck is she talking about? She was weird. And then there was one night I was hanging out because me and my ex, like, nah, I didn't want nothing. I wanted to just camp out outside because it was hot. It was in the summer. So I camp out outside in my Mercury and stuff. And then her And this guy she met, he drove a Toyota, little Toyota four-door car. And she came out, and I was just be friendly. It's Alisa. She's just a young girl and stuff, like in her 20s with her daughter. But her daughter was in the house sleeping, and her and this guy, he looks like a young guy, like uh, in his 20s and shit. She met him through dating app and shit. So um, I let that. I was already drinking and stuff because I was just camping out in my side of my house in my Mercury, my van. So, but then she came with her boyfriend, and she was like, "Hey, let's hang out and stuff." So I just like, "Sure, come in the car." So bad. So I was sitting in the passenger seat because I don't drink and drive. So I let her boyfriend drove my van, and she was in the back sitting on the floor and shit, something like that. Or maybe I was driving because I wasn't that drunk. But her boyfriend was sitting in the back, and he had his camera on and shit. So I think she was like trying to they took probably video of me and shit, but I was just being normal myself, friendly. I'm a mom. So we went to Maverick and stuff. And we came back, and he made me a drink. He bought a drink from her house. It was a mixed cocktail drink. And I drank it. And I think we went back because I was drinking, and she wanted to go to the store again or something. And I knew I was drinking, so I didn't want to drive. And all this time that was happening, it was late night in the nighttime, and my boys and my husband was in the house. So they came out. We went to the store to maybe buy cigarettes. I don't know. I think cigarettes. So I let him drive my van, and and I was sitting in the passenger seat while he was driving. Like I say, he was like a young. He looked young, like young kid, but that's her man. And so I was sitting in the passenger seat. We went to buy my cigarettes and shit. He actually bought the cigarette because he had money. I didn't have money. So he bought me a box of cigarettes. And Alicia was sitting on the floor like a monkey and shit, pretending, acting like she's drunk and shit. They probably like, how Alicia to see a nurse? They probably put drugs in my drink and shit. But I'm a strong woman. My body and I don't do drugs or anything. So my immune system when I drink something that's not good for my body just quickly alert my brain to go pee. So so I pee a lot when my body does that cuz I'm pretty healthy cuz I don't do drugs, I don't fuck with shit. So anyhow, kick it outside and stuff, and that was it. I came in, I think I slept in my car because it was hot and it was the summer. So I slept in my van, and I go in and out from my van to go come in the house to use the bathroom and shit. And that was that. So maybe they try to set me up because she used to take a lot of video of me and my kids, especially when Quano sings. Or take video and post it on her social media and shit. And my son Quano, he's a nice kid. He's just an innocent kid and stuff. So that's what I remember about Alisa, the neighbor and shit. Cause she be dating hella men and shit. And who knows? They probably do camera and shit and then videotape me thinking those guys came. Please, girl. I hope she moves away from here because if I see her, I'm not gonna be I'm just gonna flip her off and shit. Maybe put some nail there so she can get a flat tire.